You wrap up. Sounds all right in my face. It feels like it's like tearing your like groin off your body. Meatloaf. Hi guys. It's leg day. It's very hot.
You sound so excited.
It's too hot to train legs, you know? But it's a beautiful day. We're here Saturday. Gonna rip a little leg workout. Just waiting for this pre to kick in a little more. Fired in some of that new Thavage Lines Blood, some good shit. So getrawnutrition.com, go check it there. I think all the pre's are actually 20% off right now. So if you wanna get a pre, now's the time. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. Start with like an extension or something, hack squat, leg press, I don't know, all that fun shit that people do on legs. So we'll see you there. Okay, I lied. We're doing seated ham curl first. I said quad extensions, but we discussed, and this is what we're gonna start with. So we're gonna hammer a couple here, like 1 or 2 top sets. Then we'll do like our first main like mover. Then we'll probably finish at the end with the quad extension then. Save the quads a bit, but still get the knees warmed up with the seated ham curl.
Let's get some excitement going in.
I'm hyped, bro.
We just need to slap in the face a few times.
Yeah. Insert clip of Trent slapping himself.
Hey Ian, what do you think warms up your knees better? Hamstring curls or leg extensions?
I don't really know the answer to that, to be honest. I like doing the hamstring curls a bit more because I find it's not like causing, especially like when I'm doing my main like hack squat or leg press, my focus on those is really like mostly quad. Obviously you can't press through your hamstring. I don't care what anybody says about like squatting builds hamstrings or leg press. No, it doesn't. You need like knee flexion, like under load, like heel to ass under load, or like you would do an RDL where like you have kind of some static contraction. You have none of that in a squat or a leg press. So yeah, is there some in terms of hip stabilization, blah, 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 blah? Sure. Are you ever gonna build hamstring squatting or leg pressing or lunging or pendulum squatting? No, you will not. So, but back to my point. When I do any of those movements, my primary thing I'm trying to focus on is building my quads. So when I don't want to cause like any significant level of exhaustion in them or fatigue in them doing too much from a quad extension. Sometimes I do find it makes my knees feel a little better depending on kind of, you know, what's tight and what doesn't feel warm, you know, so maybe I still will incorporate a set here or there before doing my main movement. But I think you're still getting, you know, that kind of knee flexion extension through the ham curl, but you're not causing any significant level of fatigue in the quad, which I'm going to want to use next on the next exercise. So I don't know. Does that make sense?
Good.
Oh, fuck. Perfect.
Come on. Push.
Oh, fuck. Last half of the movement, I just died there. That's good. Okay. 2 sets there. Kind of like in the 8-9 rep range. So he's going to bang out 1 more, and then we'll move on to TBD of whatever our next movement is. Codeine. All right, so we're going to hack squat next. Yeah, the Arsenal one. I actually really like this hack squat. I'm sure I've said this 400,000 times on this YouTube channel before. It's not my favorite, like the side backs or something, but it's always a good one. Like if you see it in the gym, you're like, all right, I can get a good leg workout in here. So we're gonna bang this out, probably put 15 reverse bands on it so we look strong on video and our knees feel good as an excuse. Yeah. Say we're saving our knees, but it's really so we can put 35 plates on. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna fire that up, get a couple warm-up sets in, work up to whatever we can do, and go from there. Gym faux pas. Plates go the other way. Because now when I take them off, I gotta go like this, and I gotta flip them. It's not how they go, guys. See, you take them off the machine this way, and you put them in that way. So that when you take them off the, you put them that way. See, makes sense, right?
How the knees feel?
I feel okay. They feel good because I haven't been training legs much, but they feel bad because I haven't been training legs much. Does that make sense? Oh. 2 more. Yep. Good. 1 more. Good.
One more. Let's go. One more.
I got another.
Yep. Come on. Push.
Knee wraps are like a cheat code for knees. No matter how shitty your knees feel, you wrap up, sounds long. Wrap your knees up. They always feel better. It just feels like that compression and spring you get out of them makes you feel so much stronger. And I know there'll probably be people that are like, well, it's not actually using, like it's like assisting you, but like you're still getting that extra load on the body. So like take that all day, every day. Why wouldn't you? Yeah. There, last one. Feel like this beautiful shirt of mine too? Gym Reapers, Cody in. Having knee sleeves with Velcro is so much nicer than fucking tucking those things in. Like it's so much better. Like they never come off. So like for anyone's worried that like, you know, sometimes like Velcro belts or certain things, you get under pressure, it'll pop it open. I've hack squatted 10 plates, leg press heavy, where I'm like really maximizing knee flexion. I've never had, I'm gonna say that and it's gonna happen this next set, but I've never had them pop off during a set ever. And then when you're done the set and you know, you're like trying to pull that shit out at the end, your fucking circulation's being cut off, you just rip this and it comes right off, easy. Yeah, just makes it a lot more even in like the pressure feeling. You don't have that kind of like odd lump or anything. Definitely a big improvement from regular ones that you gotta tuck in for sure, so. Whoop.
Come on.
Easy.
Come on. Push.
1 more.
Good. Let's go. Come on. Push.
Nope. Oh, fuck. Thought I was going down there.
I had.
Lost my hearing in my ear again.
Get in there.
You ever had that happen? Like push and like pop my ear. Can't get it, I'm deaf now. Still can't unclog this ear. Oh, wait. No. Okay, finished up with the hack squat there. Actually pretty happy with that. Got 10 plates on there. Felt pretty good. 9 plates, 10 plates. I always do this where I kind of undershoot on my first set of hacks because I don't like trust the integrity of my legs quite until I've like got one on there. And then went heavier for my second, which as you've heard me talk, I really don't think you should ever do it that way. You should probably do the heaviest weight first, get the most amount of reps with that. And then, you know, if you're kind of at the rep range you want, you could reduce the weight a little bit and try and match it from there. But we finished up with the hack. We're moving to the leg press. We usually do the Arsenal leg press, but we're gonna switch over to this one for a change, and there's air conditioning on the side. Cool us down a bit after those hack squats. See how this goes, and then we'll figure out what's next after that. good.
How you like this pre-core leg press in?
Come on, let's go. Come on. Good. You got more. Let's go.
One more.
Yep. Come on. Explode up.
See that depth though? Don't
Are
put
you
that
stuck?
in. Yes. I'm gonna stay here for the rest of the workout now. I've compressed my hips and spine into the pad now. Okay, finished the leg press there. Felt good, got good range of motion on that. Like I felt like I could get really deep in that machine. Fucking like knees right in my face. Felt good and like comfortable. Sometimes I find leg press like I can get deep, but I really got like force into it. That one felt nice and comfortable. So we banged out 2 sets there, and now we're gonna do a couple sets of quad extension, probably 3 sets here on the quad extension. And then I've been doing, I'm sure you've seen my videos before, my like hip hinge variation that I like to do on the hyperextension. So hyperextension like you would do for a lower back, but I'm replicating what I would do in an RDL, where I'm trying to create that like static, you know, push through the back of my knee, my heel into the pad and really force that contraction to lift and get my hips through the movement. Trying not to use my glutes so much. I don't need any more glutes in my life. So yeah, we'll probably do this, finish with that. I might bang out like a couple sets of adductors too. I've been neglecting those lately. Need to get back to it, so probably get 2 sets of that as well.
One. Come on. Keep going. Good. Keep going. Come on. More.
Okay. For you guys that haven't tried this one, it's actually a great variation. Like, you know what, like you do hyperextensions, or even if you do this where you're squeezing your butt, I can do like 500 reps of these. But when you're really just focused on driving your heel into the back pad and really pushing through that knee and causing that contraction, not squeezing my glutes, just feeling it all through my hamstring, doing like 10 reps for me is difficult on that. So it's a really good, you know, substitute for like an RDL or a straight leg or something like that, where I find it actually even easier to isolate on the hamstring than I do an RDL. So try it out. And as I was saying earlier with the squat thing and training hamstrings, this is a good example of what I mean. When you're squatting, like here, I'm creating an opposing force to my hamstring. So like I'm pushing my heel against the pad to create a force onto my hamstring. When you're doing a squat or a leg press, there is no opposing force resisting your flexion backwards. So there's no hamstring. Like your hamstring is not being utilized in that regard. Where the force is being loaded is into the knee flexion, but then loaded onto the quad. And you can't be loading both at the same time like that. So like I said, there is some little bit of hamstring used in stabilization of the knee and the hip and things like that. Sure. Is that going to build your hamstrings? No. So really what you need to develop hamstring is an opposing force against the hamstring, that you're resisting against, whether it's, a hamstring curl pushing against, or an RDL or something where you have the ground, and you're causing that contraction pulling, through the hips, coming the hip through, or on something like this. You need an opposing force where you're not getting in a squat or a leg press or a lunge or anything like that. So yeah, I know people say this all the time. And, with the leg press and stuff, like, oh yeah, it's good for, the whole leg. Sure, to some degree, but you're never gonna develop good hamstrings without doing like actual hamstring isolation work. And even then, like an RDL or a straight leg deadlift, I think are great, but I do think that like a seated hamstring curl is the king of hamstring exercises, Loaded, direct, like back like that. I think that's about as good as you're gonna get for like actual development of the hamstring. So yeah, my opinion. When you don't do those for a while, it feels like it's like tearing your fucking dick, like growing off your body. It feels so weird when you first start doing it. But okay, that's a wrap though. Just a recap. Seated ham curl, hack squat, leg press, quad extension, my little hyperextension RDL variation, and then a little bit on the adductors. So I should probably do calves, but I gave up on those a long time ago. So we're gonna call it a wrap for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. And this is probably, I'm gonna be away hunting in California for the next little bit. So I don't know if this will be like going up right when I'm leaving, whatever. But hopefully we'll see you guys soon and catch you for the next video when I'm back.